Welcome back again, guys, for another next lesson. And of course, in this lesson, we are going to look at the differences between a formula and functions in Microsoft Excel. And I told you earlier on, guys, that the more we get along with the lectures, the more we get to at interesting aspects, right? And we are going to them. I hope you guys are learning, all right? Anyway, we don't have much time to waste here. When we talk about a formula and function in Microsoft Excel, they are different, right? And even Excel do calculate formulas and functions in different ways. Sometimes we do hear people talking about formulas and functions in Microsoft Excel. Some even take them to be the same. But there is a difference between a formula and a function, right? And even when Excel is calculating cells, Excel only recognize cell reference and not the content that is in the cell. Now, when we talk about a formula here, a formula is an expression which calculates the value of a cell. For instance, what I was talking about here is we have 50 here and we have 70 here. If you are asked to add up these two numbers here, you cannot say 50 plus 70. No, you can't get the answer. Excel do not calculate this way. Excel only recognize cell reference. Excel only recognize cell reference and not the content in the cell. So if you are asked to sum of this, you want to say L5 plus L7. That is how Excel recognizes reference. But when you go to practical, you are going to see what we are talking about here. So a formula is an expression which calculates the value of a cell. And of course, a function is a predefined formula and it's already built in Excel. So you can see that a formula, you have You are the user, the end user or the user, you are going to input the formula. While function, it is already built in Excel. You just have to express it, right? Now that we have the difference between a formula and a function, let's take a look at practical so we can see how these things work. A formula is an expression which calculates the value in the cell, while a function is a predefined formula already built in Excel, right? Of course, our future lessons, and some might be in advance. But for this beginners level, we are only taking basic concepts. And for this lesson, we are only look at the difference. We are not going to go too deep into functions or other formulas. We are only looking at the difference between the formula here and the functions. I want you to know what are the difference between the formula and functions when it matters Microsoft Excel. Now, we have a slightly little table here to demonstrate the formula and function, what are their differences. Now we have product, the quantity, the price, the amount to pay. Now these are the product, these are the quantity bought, and these are their prices. So we want to know the amount to pay for a milk. And to know the amount to pay for a milk, we want to multiply 5 here by the price, $5 here. Right? We multiply 5 by $5. Okay? And of course, we are seeing this is in a dollar symbol. In our future lessons, as we get along, we are going to learn all of these things, how to change currency symbol. We are living in Sierra Leone, so we are not making use of dollars. But how can we convert the currency sign to Sierra Leone currency? We're going to learn all of that in our future lessons. So just stick with us. Like I mentioned earlier on, if you stick with us, you have a lot to learn. Now, the first thing we want to do here is input the equals to sign. When you want to start a formula or a function in Excel, you must start with equals to sign. Sometimes you can even start with the plus symbol. It works. It also works. And after this one, maybe I will show you when you put the plus symbol, it also works. So we put the equals to sign. And when you put the equals to sign, like I told you earlier on, guys, Excel only recognize the cell reference and not the content in the cell. You cannot say 5 multiplied by. Okay, so what we're going to do here is input the cell reference. Now we are treating for formulas. Now we know 5 here is in B4. So we input B4. And then you put B4, you can see Excel will highlight the cell for you. Excel recognize immediately this is what you want to you are talking of. Now multiply it by, and the $5 here is in what? Cell C4. So you put C4. You see, and then you put C4, Excel what? Calculate for you. Now you click what? Enter. You see that? We have here what? 25. And if you multiply 5 by 25, we still have what? $25. Also, let's calculate for biscuit. We are still using what? Formulas. So it's equals to, that means formula, you have to input what? The expression for yourself. And that's the reason why we define formula to be what? An expression which calculates values in a cell. Now we are inputting expression here. Okay? So guys, I want you to know that we are inputting an expression here equals to the 6 here is in cell what? Cell B5. Multiply it by cell C5. You put C5. You see, this is a formula, is an expression. We are inputting what? Expression to calculate values in what? Cell B5 here and also cell B6. Now you hit what? Enter. You see, we have 36. And let's repeat it again. We say equals to, now 8 is in cell B6. So you say B6. And when you input the cell, Excel will what? Recognize the cell for you. Now we multiply this by cell C6 also, C6. You see, now enter. So this is it. So these are formulas. I guess you are still. Let's use the plus symbol also, like I just said earlier on. It's not only equals to sign we start a formula with or a function with. We can even start a formula or a function with what? The plus symbol. Now we have B7. You see, multiply it by C7. You see that we have 40. You see, you can even start a function or a formula with what? The plus symbol. It still works. And also B8, say B8, multiply it by C8. Say C8. You see, sorry, I say C8. You see, equals to. So what we are doing is what we call what? Formula. We input what? The expression. And if you look at the formula bar here, you can see what the expression is also what? Right up here. Okay, this expression you have put is a formula. Okay, and I hope, of course, you have what? The same answers if you use function. Now let's take a look at function. Let's merge this and type here function. Let's use functions and see. Let me just color it. Now we are using function, and for function in Microsoft Excel is equals to product. Product is to multiply. Okay, notice when you say product is to multiply, you say product. And let us start typing. You see product will come, and if you click on it, multiplies all numbers given as an argument. So we click on what? Product here. So when you click on product, you highlight what? The cells you want. You see, that's what cell B4 all the way to C4. Now we say what? Enter. You see, we still have what? 25 here and 25. When we input what? A formula, we have 25. And when we input what? Function, we have what? 25. And if you click on any cell, you can see, look at the cell, the formula bar here. You see, we still have the same thing. And here, you see, there's a function, product. And this is a formula, and this is what? A function. Let's just copy it. So I guess, guys, now you know the difference between what? A formula and function. And if you are asked to add this one, let's add the quantity here by using what? The formula. Now say equals to cell B4 plus cell B5 plus cell B6 plus cell B7 plus cell B8. These are formulas. See, these are formula. We have 31. By using what? The formula. Look at the formula bar here. You see, we are inputting the expression. We have input our expression to add. So it's what? 31. And let's use the function to see. If we are using function, I will say equals to sum. Sum function is to add. So add all numbers in the range of cell. Now click sum. Now we highlight all what? The cells. You see, we still have the same 31. But I guess now you now know the differences between a formula and a function. A formula is an expression that you input.